Welcome. My name is Sanjan Dedic. I am a teacher, a robotics engineer, and a total Python enthusiast. So for the past 8 years, I have been teaching Python to a variety of audiences, kids, adults of various levels. And presently, I am writing a curriculum based on a Python microcontroller called a microbit, and I'm also working at the Swinburne University of Technology here in Melbourne. So I want to tell you a little bit about the Python Fundamentals course. It is a course that slowly but surely helps you develop a fairly comprehensive understanding of Python. So we start from the core concepts, go through the great variety of data types that Python has to offer, then we get into object-oriented programming, building applications that involve handling files as well as handling errors. So coming up in this video, I'm going to be telling you about why Python is just an awesome programming language, and I will tell you about the content and the methodology of the course. So let's discuss the content a little bit, lesson by lesson. Lesson 1 is going to be Introduction. So it's going to give you a taste for Python. We will look at Python from the interactive shell, where we code line by line and see some outputs. We're going to look at Python from the command prompt, even run some dynamic scripts, and we're also going to look at programs from PyCharm, the IDE that we use. We're going to conclude lesson 1 with some best practices. Lesson 2 is going to be about variables, what variables are, how they can be used in Python. We're going to look at getting user input and using those to create a set of applications, which are essentially calculators and converters. Lesson 3 is going to be about data types. So we're going to look at the different types of data at a basic variable level that Python can handle. And by that, I'm talking about like numerical data, integers and floating point numbers, as well as strings, lists, and booleans. We're going to leave sort of the compound data types for later. Lesson 4, control statements and loops. Now this lesson is going to feel quite liberating, because we'll be able to do a lot more with our programs now that we have at our disposal the if-else statements, the for and the while loops. Lesson 5 is going to be functions, and we're going to get quite in depth with functions. We're going to look into Python built-in functions. We're going to create our own. We're going to look into using arguments in various different ways, including default arguments. We're going to use a main function to organize our code, and even use a cool little tool called lambda functions, which are also known as anonymous functions. Lesson 6, we're getting into sort of more complex data types. We're going to look into lists and tuples. So lists are mutable, meaning you can sort of change and add items to them. Tuples are immutable. So we're going to see in which applications each is used best. Lesson 7 is going to be about dictionaries and sets. Now, dictionaries are data organized in key value pairs, and this is how a lot of the data that sort of travels online in the JSON format is formatted. And sets are sort of more mathematical, which are collections of unique items that you can perform mathematical operations with. Lesson 8, object-oriented programming. This is going to be the longest lesson in the course, and for good reason. The object-oriented paradigm, very popular in the real world. It's going to involve putting together what we learned in functions and what we learned in data types into these things called objects that can be easily reused and recycled, especially using a concept called inheritance. Lesson 9, modules and file operations. So in this lesson, we're going to learn how to write programs that use multiple files. So we're going to basically put functions in a file and use those from a completely different file. After that, we're actually going to look at different types of files that programs can write to or read from. The first is going to be text files containing text data. The next is going to be CSV files that generally contain either user or scientific data. And the last is going to be the JSON data, which, like I said earlier, resembles dictionaries. So our final lesson, lesson 10, is usually what comes last at the development process, and it's going to come last in this course, and that is error handling. So in this lesson, you're going to learn how to basically try and accept different errors in your programs, thus avoiding your program crashing and hence creating your own error messages. Finally, a word about the methodology. The course, much like a university course, is divided between lectures, which are really interactive PowerPoints where you see my face, and sort of screencast tutorials where we get into PyCharm and we write programs. The final 3 lessons are also going to have real-world scenarios where I challenge you to solve a problem, and then I give you my own version of a solution. But each lesson is going to have sort of breakpoints inside the program where I stop, I give the user a challenge, and then go on to solve it myself. So you're constantly going to get some real feedback in terms of how you are doing. So that's all for the course introduction. I hope to see you in there.